Hi everyone, Ben Beckner here, and I just wanted to record this video in an effort to try and help you with utilizing Mevos for your situation. Mevo cameras have been a great solution for us. I pastor a small church, and just like pretty much everybody else at the start of the pandemic, we were looking for a way to get online, get our message out to the people of our congregation and ultimately beyond the walls of the church. So we looked at a ton of different options and found that Mevo checked many of the boxes we were looking for. And so we were involved with this pretty early on and have been pleased in how Mevo cameras have fit what we were looking to accomplish, and also ultimately in their improvements along the way that have made things a little easier for us moving forward. This has been a setup that has been pretty easy to train volunteers how to use and operate, give them some creative ideas along the way too. We've loved how the Mevo cameras have also expanded and been able to use multicams, and so that's what we currently use. Early on, we were using a single camera. We were using the features of the Vimeo producer plan to be able to import slides and things like that, and that worked great. Where we find ourselves now is, utilizing that function with multi-cameras has been problematic, and so that's probably our biggest issue with the current setup, and we're looking for that to improve. I know that there's some different workarounds and things like that, but they've proven to be pretty clunky and don't fit real well with our workflow. So currently what we are doing, and you'll see in the following clips here, how we have our cameras set up and are capturing song lyrics and videos and message slides, things like that. We're kind of focused in on the stage and then capture the screen that's also on the stage. Not the most ideal. We're looking forward to improvements that Mevo has, and that's one of the good things one of the reasons why we've stayed with Mevo is that they've been improving and updating and continually improving their products, and so we're happy with that. And we're looking forward to future updates. So these next couple of clips are going to be of our setup, how we have it configured, how we're utilizing those, and then I'll jump back here with you with some closing thoughts. All right, so kind of turn things around here so that you can kind of get an idea of what we do and how we do it. So this is our whole soundboard area, where we have our volunteers set up and utilizing our equipment. So soundboard right there. Here is our internet access point. So our main router, switch, and wireless pods that we use to distribute our Wi-Fi. Soundboard, as you can see there. And then right here is, we use an iPad mini to control. And you'll see here that a couple of cables into it. One of those is a network cable and power supply. And then we're also utilizing the headphone jack that goes to a couple sets of headphones that we can monitor what sound looks like. So from the back of the room here, just kind of show you what we've got. So we've got a camera mounted on a stand right here at the very back of the room. And the idea of it is to kind of get the sanctuary itself, kind of the crowd that gathers, and you can see the stage from back here. So just kind of a good overall shot that just includes what the room kind of looks like here. Also, I'll show you from the back of the room, kind of zoom in on our other Mevo camera that's set up right there, and you'll see it's on a downward mount. Sorry about that. It's on a downward mount that have the Mevo mounted actually upside down. There's a setting in the camera settings that allows you to flip the image. So again, it's mounted to the ceiling, and then it's an adjustable telescoping type mount. And so we have it extended down probably about 18 to 20 inches. Yeah, and so to that camera, I'll zoom in a little bit more. On that camera, you'll notice it's, again, mounted at the ceiling, 2 cables coming out of it. One is Ethernet, and the other one is our sound coming from the soundboard. Kind of zoom back in here so you kind of get a feel for what's happening. So all the way to our soundboard, we have those 2 cables. So again, the Ethernet and sound cable run all the way up in the ceiling, down this wall. They pop down here at the bottom and then are routed accordingly. So walk you over here and kind of show you what we've got at this point. So again, I mentioned the router, and then we've got a network switch right there. And what that switch does is it has 4 channels that are just kind of standard data ports, and then there are 4 that are also a PoE supplied port. What that means is it sends current through the network cable, and so the Mevo cameras are able to be powered remotely. I don't need to plug them into a wall or rely on battery power, and then that power is then, and cable is connected to a Mevo PoE switch. So what that does is there's a setting within the app itself that allows it to be turned on or off remotely. And so that works really good. If we need to reset a camera, we don't have to drag a ladder out or anything like that. So yeah, originally this camera that is mounted on our ceiling up there at the front of the sanctuary was our original and only camera. So that's why the sound cable was routed up that way and things like that. Otherwise, this camera that we have here at the back of the room, I would have just run sound to it. But that's what we did originally, and so we haven't changed that. So both cameras are mounted permanently, and they're also connected with Ethernet, just to try and eliminate any potential Wi-Fi issues, connectivity issues. Just want this to be as trouble-free as possible. So yeah, I think that kind of shows you what we've got going there as far as how they're mounted and things like that. Sound, I'll show you here on our board. Our board has a few different things that we're doing here. And so actually for the sound, we wanted to mix that independent of what it sounds like in person here on a Sunday morning. So what you mix for a room is going to sound much different if you were to capture that same mix and send it out to your live stream. So we wanted to be able to mix that and get the best possible sound as we could. So we utilized one of the mixer's auxiliary out channels, and we set that as auxiliary 1, and that is these top row of blue knobs. So we're able to mix each independent channel independent of the way it sounds in the mix. And that's why we utilize these headphones plugged in to the iPad that we use to control, just so that we can get a good mix for everybody. So again, we utilize the multicam app here, and this has worked great for us. Initially, we just used the single cam, but now we're able to utilize them in this way. So we actually leave our cameras on pretty much all the time. We're not worried about batteries or anything like that. According to Mevo, they do well staying on, and we haven't had any problems. Occasionally we do have to restart and things like that, but that's kind of normal with any device. So we connect, and this iPad, we're using an iPad mini. I think it's a version 5. So it's got the capability to be able to handle the multicam app without any issues. Trying to think what else to kind of walk through and show you. Again, we try to eliminate any potential issues what's great about Mevos is that you can use them wirelessly, but we didn't want to have any issues with anything with wireless potential issues. So we've hardwired everything. So that includes our iPad and both cameras. So we'll probably look into getting a third camera just to kind of capture more of what's going on and trying to figure out where that would best be placed. So hopefully those clips or that walkthrough is helpful for you. Hopefully it maybe gives you some ideas, some starting off points. I'm always been happy to share our experience with others and help you troubleshoot some things. I don't know as we would consider ourselves experts by any means, but we sure have learned a lot along the way, and we're happy to share anything that we've learned. If you have any questions or comments, just reach out to us or leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to try and answer those questions as well. So hopefully this is helpful to you. And if you have any other video ideas, sure happy to explore those and help you in this process of jumping into the world of live streaming and making the best of what you have, and looking forward to improving. So thanks.